Wake Up with Tina Marx is brought to you by Family Home Development and Revell, inspiring lives of unparalleled excellence.
Hi, and welcome to Wake Up with Tina Marx. Throughout my life, I found that there was a lot of products, services, and professionals that I was not familiar with. I realized that not having been aware of these opportunities, I was missing out on improving my life in so many ways. I have made it my mission to search out what I feel is the best products, services, and professionals available. Each week, I will interview 3 to 4 different guests who will be discussing their products and services and why they are so beneficial to your life. I am Tina Marx, your host, and we are here at our brand new home away from home, our set at Revell on Clancy Lane, brought to you by Family Development. We are so happy to be here. I can't say I'm so excited for this show, I can't tell you. We are going to be introducing our dream team on today's show. We are going to be bringing you events, we're going to be bringing you entertainment, we're going to be talking to you about optimal health, we're going to be talking to you about emotional well-being, real estate, social media. You are not going to want to miss this show. Stay tuned.
Investors still worry about Wall Street's integrity, with brokers making a lot of money from selling their firm's own financial products. But whose interests are they actually serving? At Hightower Palm Desert, we deliver independent fiduciary investment advice right here in the Coachella Valley. We don't manufacture or carry financial products. Instead, we're aligned with our clients to help ensure their ultimate financial success. Call us today to learn how Hightower manages wealth to a higher standard. Hightower, an unobstructed view.
So let's get right into entertainment. We've got Bronwyn Eisen and Craig Michaels from CV Weekly. Welcome, guys.
Thanks,
Thanks,
so
Tina.
good to see you,
Great
Tina.
seeing you too, as always.
Always.
All right, Craig, start us off.
Yeah, a lot
What have we
going
got
on this week. The fair is happening right now as we speak.
Okay.
So it's going on through the weekend. And
Which
Sunday's
fair
the
is
last
that?
day.
Let's tell it.
The
Let's tell
Riverside
it.
County Fair National Day
That's
Festival,
right.
of course.
Uh-huh.
And of course, this fair is headlined by Morse Day and the Time and Sheila E. That's coming up this Friday night. And tickets still available, actually, with the price of admission.
I like
the
Sheila
concert
E.
is free. All right, you do like Sheila E?
I do,
Morse
I
Day,
do.
can you tell me one of their songs? I'm going to put you on the spot here. Morse Day.
No,
you know the songs?
no, you're
Morse
dating
Day?
me. I don't know.
No.
He was way
The
before my
Bird.
time.
Remember The Bird?
The Bird.
The Bird.
The Bird
All right.
what?
No,
The Bird.
It's an old
movie
school
called
song.
The Birds.
The Birds.
The Birds,
yes.
right.
Little
Morris
Alfred
Day
Hitchcock-
had a
little
really
Alfred
big song
Hitchcock for
called
ya.
The Bird.
The Bird.
Yeah,
okay.
and Sheila E.
Can you hum
remember,
it?
she had the glamorous life. So these are
Yeah.
80s
Oh,
songs.
yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they'll be at the fair this weekend along with all the fried food, the camel rides,
that's what I
Oh,
love.
the funnel
demolition
cake.
derbies.
Remember the funnel cake?
Love them.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm going
churros,
actually
the
with
churros.
my son.
There you go.
Yeah, with a lot of kids. Yeah.
Work
The
out, hit the
churros.
trail.
You're a trooper. I have a hard time getting out there with my kids.
Well, you know what's interesting? My son's birthday is the 28th, so it always was right around his birthday, so it was kind of a little bit of a tradition, you know?
Oh, well,
and yeah, some of those rides really scare me. Like, have you ever been on the zipper?
Oh, those are great.
No.
Yeah.
No,
See,
it's not
that-
great.
you must be a thrill seeker.
Anything with
Zipper.
fast is good with me.
I thought, my God, I'm surprised people don't get a heart attack on that ride, you
Yeah.
know? But
But
It's
they
for
have
the young
great,
at
you
heart,
know,
for
they do
sure.
have great art exhibits.
Yes, they do.
And that I really enjoy. too.
and concerts.
Concerts, yeah. Like
Hey,
Sheila E.
Speaking of, Sheila E. and Morris Day are the headliners. Now, if you want to go out of the market for a concert this weekend, there's a good one happening at Pachanga, which is just over
Oh,
the
that's
hill.
not far.
And yeah, it's
Near
just about
Anza?
It's over at Temecula.
Near Temecula,
Yeah.
that's right,
A Culture Club is playing.
Oh,
Right?
Culture Club.
Another
yeah,
great
that would
80s
be
act.
fun.
This Friday night, they're going to be playing at Pachanga if you want to go
Oh,
over there.
fantastic. Have you been there before?
Yeah, it's a great
It is?
resort.
That's what I heard.
Yeah,
I've
lots
heard
of
it's beautiful.
restaurants.
Kind of a well-kept secret, right?
It's a
Yeah.
nice little day trip out of town while you're over there.
Yes.
You can maybe join the wineries they've got in Temecula.
Yes.
So it's a
Yes.
great
Spend the
little day
weekend.
trip.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so what's happening? Oh, it's Modernism Week.
Oh, it
Yeah, it's
is
going on right now.
already.
I've never
Already.
done that.
It's happening right
I've never
now.
been there
I haven't
either.
done much.
You don't get
Jeez,
out. I was going to say, Bronwyn, you don't do
I
much. You
need
don't
to
get
get
out
out.
much.
We need to call this
But
girl
you know
and
what?
take her out
I
on a
can
date.
very much like that too. I'm just happy.
Hey, I've got, you know,
happy at
I
home.
do have a lot of balls
You've
in
got
the
two
air.
girls too. Yes, we do.
So.
She does have a life.
Yes,
I do have a life.
She's here.
Yes, I
She
am.
made it here.
Yeah.
Well, Modernism Week, by the way,
Happily.
goes all this week, and it wraps up on Sunday. So if you can just go to the CV Weekly, of course, we've usually got information in there, or you can just Google it. But they've got tours.
Yeah.
They've got all kinds of private parties and events, all celebrating the mid-century modern architecture.
Oh, fantastic!
Yeah,
Yeah. So
really
maybe
cool.
we'll try and make it.
Yeah.
for you.
I mean, if I don't make it to the fair, at least we'll go that.
Okay, yes,
okay,
yes.
okay.
With your busy schedule.
With my
write
busy
that in.
schedule. I know. Well, you invited me hiking not too long ago. I said,
That's
oh,
right.
Gosh, I don't know if I can do
That's
it.
too much of a stretch.
We do like to hike.
Yes.
Okay, how about country? You guys like country
Yeah,
music?
I do, and I
All
admit
right.
it.
This is something that happens every Friday at Jackalope Ranch. Lisa Lynn, who also
Okay.
writes for the CV
Yes.
Weekly, you know, she's a very accomplished artist, and she has a band called Lisa Lynn and the Country Gentlemen.
Oh,
And they play every Friday at Jackalope Ranch in Indio, and so you can get your boots on and enjoy some country music. They play classic rock, and it happens every Friday, so there's something you guys can check out.
not
if you
far
like.
Have you
from
done
that.
that? Yeah, no.
I mean, if it's
you're
close, I might make it.
Yeah, exactly. That's how I am too. I don't usually go too far away
Too
from
far,
El
yeah.
Paseo.
Right after
like
the
Palm
hiking.
Springs, it's like that's like driving to LA, right? I mean, so have you been there before?
Love Jackalope Ranch. I haven't been there on Friday nights. That's why I'd mentioned it, because, you know, they just started this promotion recently, and so we want to get the word out for people who like country, because there's not a lot
They
of
must
country
clear out
venues
all
out
the
here.
tables and.
Well, either that or, I mean, you've been there, right?
Yes.
It's a gorgeous piece
Yes,
of property.
it
And I
is.
have gone to some events there where they have it on that back lawn there. And it's
Right.
really, really pretty. But they probably do clear out that area where
They
they
have
the
to.
piano.
They usually
Because
clear out
there's
the
no place
bar,
to
and it's
dance.
kind of got a country feel, you know.
It
It's got
does,
the
absolutely.
wood,
The
and it's got the
barbecue
horns and
and-
everything, so it's kind of set
got
up
the
for a country
beer,
bar,
it's got-
right?
yeah.
So
Yeah,
I want to check that
absolutely.
out every Friday night
Every Friday,
over at
that's right,
Jackalope
yeah.
Ranch. Now, if you like outside activities,
Yes.
we've got the Frank
Yes, we do.
Sinatra Invitational going on this weekend, a great
Oh.
golf tournament.
Oh, okay.
Happens this
Which
weekend.
Where's
they
that?
play different courses?
Yeah,
or-
they play a couple different courses. Actually, it says here, I think they're just at one, and that's at the Eagle Falls course at Fantasy Springs Resort Casino.
Oh, interesting. I've never even seen that golf
Yeah.
course. I've been in Fantasy Springs, but
It's
okay.
it's happening the 18th through the 20th. Of course, you know, you can always go to either the CB Weekly or the Fantasy Springs website where they've got more information. So if
Yes.
you like golfers, they'll be there as well as some celebrities as well.
Who?
Yeah,
Anybody that I'd be interested in?
You know, you might have to go to the website to check it out. You know, Tina, you have to ask me questions I know the answer to. That's the we practiced this in
They're
rehearsal.
surprise celebrity guests,
I said,
right?
Tina, don't ask me questions I don't know the answers
Yeah,
to.
but I think it was like an attractive female golfer. You probably
Yes.
know who that.
Well,
yeah,
that's a different story.
Yeah, that's a different story. Okay.
All right, and finally on the list, if you like jazz, they're coming to...
Oh, I love jazz.
Yeah, I love jazz too. This Saturday on the 20th, Russ Freeman and the Rippingtons. The Rippingtons have
Oh,
been
yes,
around for a
now
long
I do
time.
know. Yes, exactly.
Very familiar
Where are
band.
they playing?
They're playing at the Westin Mission Hills in Rancho Mirage.
Oh, I love that
on
venue.
Saturday night.
That's great.
They've got a smooth jazz series, and I'm sure if you go on their website too, they've got up-and-coming artists, but this weekend is going to be the Rippingtons. It should be a good show.
That's inside. Don't they have things that are the events outside? Is that's? I hope that's not. Well, actually,
I think their jazz series is in the outside.
Okay. Yes,
It's
that's
an
what I
outside
thought.
event.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful property. It is.
Beautiful venue.
Well, and it's
West of
heating
Mission
up too.
Hills.
The weather's getting a
It
little
is.
bit nicer.
It is.
We had
That's where I
it
actually got
January.
married my first time around.
First, how many times?
Only one time. Only one time.
You said my first time.
Yeah, like you're looking. You
Well,
look like a
Three
guy.
kind of three's a
No,
charmer
3
type of
strikes
guy.
for me. Once was enough.
We'll let Jenny handle that, right?
Let's Jenny. Yeah.
Ask Jenny.
Go ask Jenny. Don't go away because we have a very, very special guest joining us next.
Luxury is something you feel, sense, and live. Luxury has a new home, Ravel at Clancy Lane, an extraordinary new gated community in the heart of Rancho Mirage. Distinctive estates in modern or traditional styles on large home sites built exclusively for you with standard features that are just like the model, no upgrades required. Ravel at Clancy Lane. Models are open daily. Visit ravelatclancy.com.
And we're back with our very special guest, Catlin Day, also known as Marilyn. Welcome.
Thank you, Tina.
You do have a striking resemblance to
Oh.
Marilyn, and by talking to you, you definitely sound like her.
Thank you so very much. I'm very honored and thrilled to be able to represent her. You know, she was discovered at the Racket Club in Palm Springs.
I did not know that.
Oh, yes, ma'am. Her mother was a film editor and was actually with the Motion Picture Trade Union Association, so at a very young age, little Norma Jean Baker was allowed to take classes in the studio system through a trust fund because pretty much born into that, actually. So she was working for quite some time, since about the age of 13, 14 years old, as an extra in movies, and got to do product advertising and modeling. One day, Michael Chekhov said, you know, little Norma Jean, we really need to look at you auditioning for this new playwright. He's adapting his stage play, Bus Stop, to a screenplay, and they've had their eye on you. But
Was that her first film?
well, it was one of her very large first films where she was pretty much discovered, and they changed her name. She did other smaller parts, Ladies of the Chorus, but she hadn't turned into Marilyn Monroe yet.
No, did she have blonde hair yet? Because
No.
that's really when she took
That's
off, right?
correct.
Yeah.
Marilyn
Yes.
is an iconic figure. I mean, like Elvis, she just never goes out of style. Everybody knows who
Oh,
she
yeah.
is. So,
And who doesn't like Marilyn, let's be
right?
honest. Yeah.
And this is the real thing. I mean, you feel like you're in Marilyn's presence right here when we're talking
thank
about
Do you know what?
Craig.
I felt, a little mesmerized as she's talking. Very, very captivating. Very captivating.
Thank you, Tina.
And Craig, I understand it was your birthday recently.
Oh, maybe a few days ago.
Oh, I think Marilyn has something
Yes,
for
Oh,
you.
is
we
that
certainly
right?
do. So on behalf of all your family and friends of Palm Springs and your fans who love and
Yes.
adore you, and of course the wonderful Tina Marx and her brand new TV show, we have a very special message just for you.
Nice. Please. Are you going to sing to me?
Happy birthday to you.
Oh, hold my hand, please.
Happy birthday to you.
You want to switch seats?
Happy birthday, Mr. President Craig Michaels. Happy birthday to you.
Oh, thank you. Man.
Very well done.
My pleasure.
No,
Thank you.
I'm definitely honored to have Marilyn be singing me happy birthday. And just by the way, if you have a corporate event or a party,
Yes.
she makes for a great guest, a greeter.
absolutely.
Of course, if you're having a Rat Pack thing, she goes well with the Rat Pack.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
she does do events. And if you would like to book Marilyn, of course, you can go to musicalaffair.com, and I'm sure we'll
Say-
put the
say
website
that a little
up for you.
slower.
Musicalaffair.com.
I mean, do you want them to go there or not?
And I'm sure we're going to put it up on the screen. But again, Marilyn's great. If you were having a party, you want her to come sing happy birthday, take pictures. Great for meet and greet. So great for really corporate events and private parties.
Yep,
Yeah.
absolutely. Thank you so
fun.
much for being here.
Oh, thank
and
you
I
very
can't
much.
wait to come and see you
And
live sometime.
blessings with your new show. How
Thank
exciting.
you. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
We'll be back.
Investors still worry about Wall Street's integrity, with brokers making a lot of money from selling their firm's own financial products. But whose interests are they actually serving? At Hightower Palm Desert, we deliver independent fiduciary investment advice right here in the Coachella Valley. We don't manufacture or carry financial products. Instead, we're aligned with our clients to help ensure their ultimate financial success. Call us today to learn how Hightower manages wealth to a higher standard. Hightower, an unobstructed view.
Welcome back. And now we're here with Vince Barbato from Family Development and Ravel Homes. Welcome, Vince.
Thank you.
You know, I was on your website, and first of all, it is called Family Development.
It is.
But you have a brother who also is part of Family Development,
I do,
correct?
I do.
So is this all in the family, so to speak, or?
Well, the company was founded by two sets of brothers, my brother and I, and then Rudy and Raymond Herrera. Really what it came down to is when we got together, we wanted to name the company something that was meaningful. You know, we didn't want to just
Yes.
have a name that we pulled out of a hat or something that sounded like maybe it meant something. I mean, so when we thought about it, we searched, and we really felt that family was certainly the most important thing to all of us. And no matter what your family is, whether it's your spouse or your kids or your pet or your partner, family's the most important thing to everybody.
Yes, in fact, you have a beautiful paragraph in your website
Thank you.
saying that, and it really touched me, the way it was written. Did you write that?
I did.
Did you really?
Well, yes.
Like even more. No,
Oh.
seriously, you got to go on his website. It's so beautifully written, and you could just tell that it was very heartfelt, and I feel that that is behind the company, correct?
It is. It is.
Yeah.
It's behind everything that we do. What we do that I think is unique, and although I really wonder why it is, because it shouldn't be, but we're a market-driven builder. So rather meaning that it's interesting. A lot of builders, they have a floor plan that they build or design, and they build it wherever they find land.
Okay.
So what we do differently is we want to know who our buyers are.
Okay.
So we actually do the research to determine who are going to be the most likely candidates to buy these homes.
Okay.
We find out from them what they're looking for.
Oh, how do you do that?
By focus groups, by talking to them. You know,
okay.
my partner Rudy Herrera laughs at me all the time because what I like to do wherever we go into a city, I like to go to the grocery store, I like to go to the restaurants, I like to find out how these people live.
Yes.
Because that helps me come up with designs that are meaningful to them. So it's rare that you'll ever see
That's
family development
interesting.
build the same home at two different locations, because every location has got its own...
Doesn't fit. It
Right.
doesn't fit that, yeah.
And you know, people that live here in the desert live a lot differently than people that live at the beach, or the people that live in Texas, or people that live in North Carolina.
Yes.
And we design to the way people live here, and that, I think, is what sets us apart, and why our homes, when people walk through our homes, the greatest compliment that we get is, wow, it feels better.
It does. You know, the first time I walked through your models, I said, the design, the colors that you use, because, you know, you can walk through so many of, and I'm not knocking anybody here, but you walk through so many new home models, and they all, like, the outside looks the same, the inside, they're using the same color schemes, they're using, so, you know, I absolutely feel the definite uniqueness of your homes here.
And we also found that you couldn't find homes in this price point in this great location. And so
Yes.
that was the exciting opportunity for us, was we had arguably the best location.
Absolutely.
And now we have home designs that fit their lifestyle, that they can customize to their lifestyle.
It is a one-stop shop, and these are beautiful homes. You have to come see them. Well, thank you for being here.
Well, thank you so much for
informing
having us.
us. And now we're here with Amanda Beckner from Your Body Code. Welcome, Amanda.
Thank you.
I just love you, and I love what you stand for, and I know that you are so knowledgeable. Would you tell us, read off your credentials, because I don't have them memorized.
I'm a certified nutritionist.
Okay.
I'm a holistic health practitioner. I have a master's in science, and I have a holistic degree and a PhD in holistic nutrition.
How long have you been in the business, and what inspired you to get in the business? Give us some kind of...
I've been doing this now for about 30 years. Hard to believe when I say that. It feels like, oh.
Yeah, I know.
But I have 30 years, and I had a friend, unfortunately, when I was about 15. She died of anorexia, and that made me want to look into those diseases and say, gosh, what was that, and how did she die? And I started learning about eating disorders and bulimic, and from there it just spiraled. I just became very interested in nutrition, and it's been a lifelong passion of mine.
Once you got interested, did you go back to school and you became a nutritionist?
I basically started doing a lot of research on my own. I'm originally from England. And most of these things back then were more dietetic. So you are learning what medication to give to somebody for what disease, when really that's just a Band-Aid to fix a symptom. I wanted to learn how to fix the problem so the symptom went away.
Right.
So I started doing a lot of research on my own with, you know, vitamins, minerals, herbs, and then I
And that
delved
was from
into-
a very young age. You just kind of
Exactly.
intuitive, and back, because back when you were studying 30 years ago,
Right.
nobody was doing that, probably,
No,
right?
in fact,
Everybody was, it
my
was all about
son,
medications. and-
he got candida at a very young age, and I went through the ringer with that because initially, you know, like every new mother, I ran to my pediatrician.
What is candida?
It's a intestinal function that attacks the intestinal tract, so it builds up yeast within the gut, and it causes very, very severe symptoms. So I started researching what I thought I needed to do, and I put him on holistic. And within literally 15 days, I had results. And I kept him on that for about a year. And I really honestly believe, because he was diagnosed with asthma, that had I not done that, he would have been either very sick or dead.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm so glad to have you here, and you're
Well,
going to be a
thrilled
weekly
to be
guest.
here.
So we're going to be uncovering a lot of information that you do not know about. That when you apply it to your health, you can reach optimal health. Correct?
Absolutely.
Awesome. And we're here with two very, very special guests, Dr. Lisa Lindley and Dr. Geraldine Brosfield. Welcome, ladies.
Thank you.
And we're also here to talk about Safe House. Why
You got
don't
it.
you tell us about Safe House?
Well, you know, Tina, about 11 years ago, 12 years ago, Lisa and I were working together and realized that there was a huge need in the Valley for a place that would be safe for kids. And most of the shelters at that time did not accept an unattached minor. And so if there were kids on the street, they had nowhere to go. And we learned that our sheriff was putting children in the back seat of his car at night just to keep them off of the streets for the night. No, it was astounding.
How did you find this out?
We had a woman in our office
Right.
whose husband was the sheriff, and so we learned about this plight.
Okay.
Safe House opened in 2007. they've taken care of 600 youth each year and now expanded their services, so they're really the anti-human trafficking center for our desert.
Why don't you tell us about the event that's coming up?
Sure. Well, we created this event 11 years ago. This is our 11th annual WOW event. Stands for Wonder of Women. We wanted to create a women's event. Yes, go. So we created it to benefit Safe House of the Desert. Safe House needed angels at that time to build the shelter. And we found that if we created this wonderful, fun, inspiring event and tell them about what Safe House does, and we can make a difference.
To spread the word, exactly. And it's all about helping one another, isn't it?
It
Just having this
is.
conversation the other night. So when's the event?
The event is March 3rd. It's a Thursday. It's at the Westin right here in Rancho Mirage. We have a wonderful comedian speaker, Anita Renfro. You might have seen her on Good Morning America. And she's going to put on a great show for us.
Fantastic.
And I think people will be so inspired and recognize that they can make a difference right here. These are kids right here in our community. So I think that's really important.
We have to do whatever we can to help. Well, I'm so happy that you were here, and you're both beautiful ladies, and I will see you again soon.
That sounds wonderful.
Thank you, Tina.
Yeah, thank you.
And now we're here with Darcy Dietz with Windermere Laskow Partners. Welcome.
Thank you.
Now you work out of the Palm Springs office?
I do.
Because I know that he has acquired the Rancho Mirage, Indian Wells, and Palm Desert office as well. Is that correct?
We just opened up, we just acquired the Windermere franchise.
Okay.
We were Laskow Partners.
Yes.
And now we have formed Windermere Laskow Partners, and now they have just opened up a Rancho Mirage office.
Okay.
We're getting ready to open another second Palm Springs office.
Oh, second Palm Springs office. Okay, yeah, because I saw the pictures of the
new one.
Yeah, that looks beautiful. So you're out of the Palm Springs.
I am.
Okay. So tell us, you've got a property to share with us today.
I do. In Palm Springs, we have a new project, brand new construction project called Sophia. And it is 9 condos, 6 2-bedroom, 2-bath condos, 3 1-bedroom, 1-bath condos. They were designed by a local architect, I'm sure you know Jim Chiaffi.
Okay.
Okay. And they're very mid-century looking. We call them mid-century with a twist.
They're really doing that a lot in Palm Springs, aren't they?
A lot, yeah.
More so than out this way, I think.
Well, look how famous the modernism show has become and everything. All these people come from all over the world to see mid-century architecture.
Yeah.
And so these are brand new construction condos that are based off of a mid-century design.
Yes.
With all the new amenities and the green elements in it.
Yep.
So they're very energy efficient.
Yes.
And all of that. They have storefront windows from floor to ceiling, all low E, variable speed heat and air.
Yeah.
They're pretty amazing.
And so there's only 9?
There's 9.
And where in Palm Springs is it?
We are on the corner of Cerritos and Tockwitz.
Okay.
Which is right between the airport and downtown Palm Springs, on Tockwitz, which is the main artery in Palm Springs.
Yeah, okay, that's great central location.
The 1-bedrooms start right around 800 square feet.
Okay.
And the 2-bedrooms range between 1131 and 1148 square feet.
You know, and I'm really leaning towards that kind of architecture too.
You'll love it.
That's
I sent you some pictures.
Yes.
So, perfect.
I can't wait to take a look.
And congratulations on your new show.
Thank you.
Thanks.
We'll see you soon.
Good.
Okay. And now we're here with Robert Shine from Hightower. Welcome, Robert.
Well, thank you for having me, Tina.
Yeah, it's my pleasure. Why don't we start off by telling our audience a little bit about, you are known as a financial advisor.
Correct.
I know you've passed 3 exams. I read your bio. So that's what, the securities, what is that?
Basically general securities exam, state licensing, insurance exam. We also have something called the Accredited Investment Fiduciary.
Okay.
And that's a certification that we only at Hightower have in the Coachella Valley and across the United States for the most part.
Is that true?
Yeah.
What does that entail then?
And traditionally, a financial advisor is in a brokerage setting, and what they have to do is essentially do what's right for you. It's called suitability.
Okay.
We went the independent space. That's one of the reasons why I left that world and went into being completely independent.
What makes you different than, let's say, a Morgan Stanley?
Hightower. Well, Hightower is, just think of it this way. We're looking at the whole aspect of your financial future. And it's more of an organic standpoint. Okay, so if you're captive in a, let's say, brokerage firm, you have to be subject to what's available to serve your client. In our world, we have the choice of anything that we want to serve our clients' needs. Here we have, basically, we look at your financial future, and the accredited investment fiduciary is essentially what the difference would be, is that we're legally obligated to do what's best for you in your financial future. So every time somebody comes to me, I'm almost like a nutritionist, if you will. versus the butcher at your shop. The butcher's going to sell you what he's got. The nutritionist says, you know what, realistically, let's create a customized plan and solution based upon, your body type, your body code, and we do that in a financial world.
So when you say they have to sell what's available, okay? So they don't have access to what you have access to?
They have access to what's on the shelf. Think of it like a grocery store.
And that's it?
Yeah.
But you have access to a lot more because of this.
Because we're completely independent.
Because you're completely independent. Yeah. Oh, I see.
And that's the way our firm has been set up.
Okay.
And that's sort of the structure that we're in. So we have, for us as advisors, think of it this way, Tina. When I have a client in my office, I have the ability just to shut out the world and completely connect with you.
Okay.
And what I want to do is just listen. That's it. We hear your financial situation and we build customized retirement plans.
Well, again, Robert Shine is going to be a weekly guest, so you're going to be learning a lot more. Stay tuned.
Luxury is something you feel, sense, and live. Luxury has a new home, Ravel at Clancy Lane, an extraordinary new gated community in the heart of Rancho Mirage. Distinctive estates in modern or traditional styles on large home sites built exclusively for you with standard features that are just like the model. No upgrades required. Ravel at Clancy Lane. Models are open daily. Visit ravelatclancy.com.
And we're here with Alexandra Miklosheva and Michelle Walker. Welcome, ladies.
Well, thank you.
Now we've got two social media experts on our show, and they're going to team up to give you everything that's out there and that's available, correct?
And thank you so very much for having me. I think more butterflies, the better. Yes.
There you go. Yeah. Because we all love butterflies.
Exactly. And as I said to you on the lunch that we had at the Ritz-Carlton, that I think social media is an industry that you really don't master, if you will.
No.
There's so many platforms, emerging apps.
Right.
You cannot really keep up with the demand that the business really dictates, So for us to really team up, I just feel like it's going to be a really great strategy moving forward. I feel like my platforms are very different than what your strengths are, and vice versa. It's all about educating.
Have you figured out what your strengths and each other's? What are your strengths, Michelle? Where do you think your strengths
Well, I feel like
lie?
I work with a lot of small businesses, and I help them to establish just the bare bones of social media. Most of my clients are terrified of Facebook or Instagram.
I was for a long time.
Right. So I kind of baby steps with those people.
And how about you? What are your
Well, I think it's a great
point.
The area of expertise, I feel like there's two things. We both want to help, right?
Okay, yes.
So businesses is something that we are passionate about. We are very but also we want to educate and teach others. Because of that, I created a group, the Desert Social Media Exchange, that I really would like to grow it to the point when every business owner can just come and, it's a brainstorming session, it's a networking session, it's not a competition whatsoever. No. In fact, if you are managing a social media for somebody already, you should be there.
When is your next meeting?
The next one will be in February 23rd.
Michelle Walker and Alexandra Miklosh. Yay!
I'm
getting better at this.
Miklosh.
See you next week. We'll be on again next week.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for tuning in. Please join us again next week and the week after and the week after and the week after. Looking forward to seeing you.
Tina's jewelry provided by The Jewelry Bar. Tina's clothes provided by Grace. Wake Up with Tina Marx is brought to you by Family Home Development and Ravel, inspiring lives of unparalleled excellence.